Hi there, I'm George Walther, and I love to experience, write about, and speak about cultures that are far different from my own. So join me in Kullu Valley, India. This is on the slopes of the Himalayas, or as the locals would say, Himalaya. And we'll experience the Dusshera Festival together. Come on, let's go. Well, we're in the town of Kullu now for the Dusshera Festival, and some 200 gods from various villages are all making the pilgrimage to come here for the big special festival. And by hearing the drums down the street, oh God, there's sure to be a fatal accident any moment. By hearing the drums coming down the street, that's a sure sign that there's a god coming. So some village is sending its own personal private god for the big festival. And here it comes. Oh! Just about picked off that guy. No telling how long these people have been walking to come to the big festival. It's going to be a big show. Well, you do not want to miss the Dusshera Festival. What god would want to be left out of this? So here 10 minutes later comes another contingent from some other village. Not quite as much drumming, and the actual gods are coming along just behind. Of course, who knows what the name of this god is? But it seems that each village has its own god, and here the big guys are carrying their horns. Traffic just swerves around. So here's a god. Must be, I don't know if that is the god or if the god is under that drapery or what, but they may have walked for days. There's just no telling, and they're all dressed up for the big festival. Here we go. Yep, the excitement is building. I want one of those hats. We're in the old part of Kullu, and in these narrow passageways we hear drums and horns blowing, and it means another god has come from another village to pay homage. Oh, I see the king has a solar panel. And there's something going on.
This god is not ready to be making the 360 walk, if you see carefully.
This particular god is unwilling to leave, so things are kind of clogged up here because this god just doesn't want to go, and they keep getting by the doorway, and the god causes the carriers to turn around and just refuses to leave. In the blue turban is one of the king's guards. So I guess she's coming in for a second round. She or he. These people are ceremoniously dressing the main god of Kullu, and at noon this god will make a procession, and meanwhile all the lesser gods from the outlying villages that have walked days to be here are being ceremoniously presented for the main god's approval. And the man in the blue jacket is the future king of Kullu, so everybody comes and pays homage. 250 or so individual village gods have made the trek on this special day to pay homage to the main god of Kullu. And each one has been walking down the road with drums beating and bugles blowing. And they enter this courtyard. And it's very interesting. They sort of bow the god in deference to the main god. And when they get before the main god, they make quite a show of dipping down, sort of a sign of subservience, and are then sprinkled with some holy water. And they meet the future king. I've been to quite a few cultural events around the world in pretty far-flung spots, but this this is really amazing. So here we are at the fairgrounds, which isn't that much different from any fairground you've probably been to. There are people selling plastic containers and discounts on fabrics. But what's unusual is what's happening right here. Gods are greeting each other, and Pete can tell from the gestures that the gods are very happy, and he says this is what keeps the social structure of the valley together, because each village has its own god, and they come here once a year and form alliances and are nice to each other. Sadly, about 40 of the gods were not able to come because a new tunnel had been constructed from their village, and the gods stopped at the entrance to the tunnel and refused to go through it, so they can't come.
Okay, well, I got my hat. That was part 1. I invite you to view part 2, where the actual procession takes place. Always search George Walther Speaks at YouTube. One long word, George Walther Speaks. And you'll find plenty of other videos, including part 2 of the Dusshera Festival. Let's go.